What's up, you imbecilic inbred incels? Did your mom keep the placenta and throw away the baby? And thank you for helping me understand why some animals eat their young. It's your boy Rob, season 2. And I'm still an asshole. You heard me right. Season 2. Not like there was any clear indication that there was a season 1. It was just running. But yeah, I needed to take some time off. Not really from the show, but from, work and other stuff. And then ended up taking a very lovely Christmas vacation that almost got derailed because of specific airline.
Worst.
Anyways, made it through, all good. And I'm back with this ridiculous hat because I had to go wrangle your mom and the rest of the wildebeest. Getting back into being an asshole. I've been too friendly over the Christmas season. Anyways, if you're new here, welcome. I don't know why you're starting off 30-something episodes later. You could start off with episode 1 of season 1, but this is season 2 episode. Go back later, check out some funny stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna nail it this time. I'm a little tired still. My shoulder's a little sore. Anyways, enough of my business. If you've been here before, you lovely, lovely supporters, all 17 of you, thank you for coming back. So, if you don't know what we do, we read these stories that were submitted to the internet. Typically on Reddit, that's where we started off. And sometimes people send them to us directly, send them to me directly. There's just me and the cat, there's no us. But yeah, they send these stories and they want to know how they handle certain situations, or if somebody called them an asshole, they want to know if they really are, and they try their best to explain it to us. And then what we do is we read the story and let people know whether they're the asshole, whether they're not the asshole, whether everyone sucks, no one sucks at all. And then last season I used to say or, and then fill in the blank with a state or a country that happens to be, the asshole of the day. I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. I'm gonna figure out something in order to insult an entire planet worth of people. I'll figure it out as we go on. But in the meantime, let's get into the show and do this ahead of time. Like, follow, subscribe, because it'll get better. It'll help me get better. It'll help you get better. It'll help you be better as a person, because it's gonna take a lot. Anyways, let's get into it. Am I the asshole for the way I reacted? I live in a big city in my own apartment. My girlfriend Lily lives with her roommates, but if I'm being honest, she basically lives over here 80% of the time. Earlier today/yesterday, while I was at the gym with my friend Mike, she texted me that she had an old friend, in quotes, she hasn't seen in a while, and that's in town, and it would be nice to have a quiet place to catch up. I said they could use my apartment, yeah, sure, and that I'd go out for dinner with Mike and they'd have time to catch up. During this time, I'm at the gym, so I was in a rush. I didn't ask who she was inviting over, etc. Well, apparently I should, as the old friend she was apparently catching up with alone in my apartment was her only ex-boyfriend, Kyle. Around 30-ish minutes after the conversation, I get a text from her saying that they're at the apartment. I just said bet and continued with my friend. Mike and I finished our workout around 7 and decided we'd go to Whole Foods as their hot salad bar's got some great food. We ate there and finished around 8:30-ish. I'm on my way home now, and honestly I wasn't expecting anything other than just saying hi and heading my ass to bed. Should have been a really long ass day, and honestly I was just ready to go to sleep. I arrived home around 9, and at this point I had no idea if the friend was still over or not. I was secretly hoping they weren't, as I didn't feel like socializing at all, but they'd take one for the team. I'd take one for the team. When I walked in the apartment, I see some big ass Timberland boots that obviously are a man's. I'm assuming this is New York. I'm immediately like, fuck. Her friend brought her boyfriend. I'm gonna have to stay up and socialize now. I take off my shoes and jacket and start heading down the mini hallway. As I enter the living area, I see my girlfriend sitting on the couch with a man on separate ends of the couch, but staring right at each other talking. My girlfriend notices me and jumps a little. I didn't really find this odd at the time, but now thinking back, it makes sense. At this point, I'm still completely oblivious. I say hello and start walking towards the man. I'm looking around the house at this point for her friend, and honestly, I thought she was just in the bathroom or some shit. I shake the guy's hand and say some shit like, hey, I'm Lily's boyfriend. He replied back in a cocky ass way like I'm Kyle, Lily's ex. I was like, oh, my fault, I thought you were her friend's boyfriend. Then it got a little quiet, and I rapidly come to the realization that my girlfriend has been alone with her ex in my apartment for the last couple of hours. I look at my girl and say, so I'm taking this was your old friend. She said, yeah, in a soft ass voice. At this point, I wasn't letting myself jump to any conclusions, but I'm tired and I don't feel like socializing. I'm also now upset my girl was just chilling with her ex in my apartment. It got quiet again, and these two made zero effort to continue whatever convo they were having just moments ago. Lily asked how my day was, and I was like, it was fine, I guess, again getting the vibe that I'm interrupting something. At this point, I'm fed up. Only like a minute or so had passed since my question to her, and I look at him and ask Kyle, hey, do you mind ending it here for today? I actually got some things to talk to Lily about. He said she invited me over though, and we're still reminiscing on the good old days. I look at Lily and she can't even look me in the eyes. I look back at Kyle and say, okay, let me rephrase this. This is my apartment and I'm asking you to leave. He then looks at her and says, do you want me to leave? Now at this point, I'm not proud of it, but I completely lose my shit. Saying, what the fuck do you mean by that? I don't give a shit if she wants you to leave or not. I'm telling you to get the fuck out of my house. And Lily is telling me to calm down and turns and tells him he needs to leave. Kyle gets up and heads towards the hallway and gets his shit. I follow and he ends up leaving. I come back and Lily is now pissed at me saying I embarrassed her. I embarrassed you? She then goes on about how my reaction is totally uncalled for as she told me she was coming over and asked. I was like, no Lily, you said your fucking friend was coming over. A fucking friend. Not one you were fucking as a friend back in the days. Not once did you mention that this friend was a male, let alone your fucking ex. She then says my reaction was bullshit and that I acted like an ass. I tell her you were here with your fucking ex in my apartment. Do you not understand how much of a fuck you that comes across as? I then ask why the fuck are y'all meeting in the first place, and she tells me he's going through rough times and needs someone to lean on, and that she just wanted to be there for him as he's a nice person, and that by hanging with him in my apartment it shows nothing shady is going on. I explain how that's bullshit, and that if my ex started having issues and I was the one comforting her in her apartment, she would be pissed. She was like, no, she'd understand because she has empathy. I was like, that's bullshit. Lily, you got pissed at me at the gym because I smiled when a girl complimented me on my form while I was lifting. She then was like, she's done talking and stormed out. I didn't say anything. I didn't chase. I haven't even reached out. I just sat on the couch and thought about what the fuck just happened. I then called my father who gave me some great advice. She then texted me 2 hours later, can we talk? I'm sorry for not telling you it was my ex that I was inviting over. Wow, grammatically she sucks too. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. Nothing happened. Nothing is gonna happen. I love you. He messaged me out of the blue. He needed someone to talk to. I didn't think that much of it. I'm sorry for deceiving you. Which to me sounds like BS. If you didn't think of it, followed by sorry for deceiving you, then obviously you did think about it. Anyway, she continued with, I wanted to talk to him at your place because I didn't want you to assume something else was going on. Please talk to me. I love you. Obviously, this doesn't seem right. It's a huge red flag for me that she said old friend instead of ex, and I still don't get it. In the moment of me getting visibly upset with her ex, she didn't take my side once. When I was nice before I even recognized him, it felt like I was the odd man out. I just felt like she doesn't respect me. Not on some 1950s shit where the woman has to respect the man, but if the roles were reversed and I was with my ex at her house, I would have backed my girl up when she was getting mad. I would have called out my ex for talking cocky to my girl, etc. I'm still very pissed, so I don't think I should be talking to her right now. It's currently around 3 a.m. I'm still sitting on the couch trying to figure out what the fuck happened, and I'm just fucking tired. I just want to know if I'm the asshole for how I reacted. Wow. Motherfucker. No, you're not the asshole, bro. She's completely the asshole. Let me break some things down. For one, red flag city. This happens a lot. Now, I don't know if any of the ladies that are watching understand this. Men think this way, and correct me if I'm wrong. But 9 times out of 10, a girl will tell you, hey, I'm hanging out with Susanna and Catherine and Lexi and Dana, and we don't even know half of these girls. We don't know them. We never met them. You probably never told us about them before. But yeah, go ahead, meet up with your girls. It's all good. When you go, hey, I'm meeting up with some friends. 50-50. Half the time, it just depends on the girl if she's been talking like this, but half the time, that means it's a co-ed thing. And we still don't really give a shit. Now, when you say I'm catching up with a friend, and you don't give us any names, no details, you women are very detail-oriented, and sometimes tell us a little bit too much information. So when you omit something, it's kind of sus. Number 2, why did it have to be at your place? Why couldn't it be at a cafe or some shit like that? It's just weird. Really weird. She tried to throw in, well, if it's at your place, so you don't know anything shady, so you don't think anything shady's going on. Well, if you would have told me that you wanted to meet up with your ex, I still might have said no, but that would have been the first precursor to you not doing anything shady or me thinking that. Plus, you would have had a better conversation. Communication is key. If you're like, hey, and blah, blah, and while you first start dating, you're like, yeah, and I got this ex Kyle, he's really cool. We didn't like each other after a while, but we were still good friends. I still keep in touch with him. That'd have been a different story. Lead with that. Don't just, you're being suspect. She is. Third, I hours? How many hours do y'all need to sit and reminisce? Fuck the red flags. You said he's a nice guy. So when y'all are sitting on my couch in my apartment, this nice guy does the cockiest shit and tries to go around me to talk to you who doesn't even fucking live there. Fuck that nice shit. What kind of intimacy or what kind of heads up or level up did you give him that let him feel like it was okay to be that cocky in that situation? Fuck that. On top of that, why did y'all need to meet for that many hours? There's reminiscing and all that shit. And he was even like, nah, we're not done reminiscing. You gotta get the fuck up out of my house. So does she. She doesn't live there. She does not live there. So maybe because she has a bunch of roommates, she didn't want to meet up with Kyle because maybe they would have told her how much of a fuck girl she's being. It's stupid. I don't know. I would lose my shit. Matter of fact, I have lost my shit. Quick little story. This kind of happened to me at one point. I was going to school. I lived in Manhattan. The girl I was dating at the time, she was getting like whooped by her mom. Her and her mom were going like blow for blow. So I was like, yo, you go to school not far from where I live. Why don't you just come stay with me for a little bit? So next 2 days pass. She comes over to my house with damn near nothing. No clothes, no nothing. Her mom was like shredding up her shit. Anyways, bought her a couple of clothes, a couple of pairs of things and whatever. About a month later, I was going to work. And in New York, when it rains, if you're trying to go between the boroughs, the tunnel might be a little flooded, so the trains won't work. So I get to the train station, train's not working, call my boss, he says go back home. So cool, I was probably gone 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I get back in the house, and it's a railroad apartment, so it's straight down. As soon as you come in the house, straight down is the bedroom. Left side is the living room, right side is the kitchen, then you go a little bit further and then there's the bathroom. All my pictures in the hallway are down. My family, none of me, etc. I hear Biggie Smalls and R. Kelly, I'm fucking you tonight. I don't know if y'all know that song. And I come in and she's riding this dude. She's riding some dude, so she don't even see me. He throws her off being like, oh shit, you're getting robbed, which is pretty ironic because that's my name. Anyways, I'm standing there with a fucking pellet gun in a suit. It looks hilarious in my head now. But I'm just like, you told me about this dude and that he's in the military and is shore week. But you said, oh, he was abusive, all this other shit. So you bring him to my house. Now, this is probably why your mom was beating your ass. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, that shit does not fly. That's just some real bullshit. How she could try to pull that and then try to gaslight you into thinking that you the toxic one in this shit for you know, kicking her friend out. Her friend. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Now, I got female friends, and when I'm dating, my girl would know I have female friends, as she's allowed to have male friends. The thing is, we do understand that there's no real such thing. Like, everybody wants to fuck somebody. 9 times out of 10, your male friends are gonna wanna fuck you as a girl. It's not always the other way around. But, I don't know, that's some bullshit. Having him over and then trying to disrespect, nah, man. Break up with her, bro. I don't know what advice your dad gave you, but it's probably like, yo, for the streets. She's for the streets. That's probably why I'm wearing this future ass hat right now, because she's for the streets. I got a lot more to say about this, but I'm not gonna make this too long. This is just ridiculous, bro. Thank you for sending this in. Yeah, nah. What has it been? A couple of months, a year, or something like that? Cut your losses, bro, because you know it's like Eddie Murphy said: give somebody a foot, they take a mile. Give a nigga rope, they want to be a cowboy. She would probably do it again. Or here's how shady she is. Here's something to think about. What happens if she knows not to do this in your house and she wants to meet up with Kyle again? She's gonna meet and not even tell you because she knows the way you reacted, and then she's gonna think, oh well, that was toxic. Also, where did she go for those 2 hours? Did she catch back up with Kyle? This is too much for your mental peace. You need peace, King. Fuck all that shit. Don't deal with it. It's too much stress. Why y'all gotta meet up? Why can't he say something in the email or a text? He has nobody else to go to? That's toxic. That's a red fucking flag. And then she wants to catch up with this dude and say that he's so nice and shit like that because he's trying to smash again. And then you're giving him that power. I don't know what the fuck y'all did when I was gone kind of thing. Nah. For the streets. Anyways, you're not the asshole, bro. Fuck that. I would have reacted the same. And you actually handled yourself very well in the beginning. And then he started disrespecting you. So, good luck.
She belongs to the streets.
That's how we're gonna do it here in season 2. Like it's someplace Well, it is someplace different. As you can tell, I got my Am I the Asshole background. I'm doing some things. I'm gonna change up some stuff. And tune in Fridays for Am I the Lush. I'm gonna get better with these drinks, or I'm just gonna start making my own. But check it out. Also, nigga, shut up. Come on, man. Also, send in your stories to twitter.com/assholeamthe or amithehole22@gmail.com. And let's get this shit off of Reddit. I'm tired of looking at these commenters saying shit like, oh my god, you shouldn't be alive right now because you don't like the color of pink or some dumb shit like that. I'm glad this story didn't end up on Reddit because they would have been like, oh my god, how dare you embarrass her in front of her friend? You know who's a real asshole? My cat, who doesn't do any of this loud shit until I start recording. So, I'm gonna go handle this motherfucker. You guys stay toasty. No, that's not a good phrase. You guys stay, keep the assholes tight. I'll figure it out.